Good morning, I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio with a Wednesday edition of the Morning Pulse. Some North Platte residents may notice a modest increase on their utility bills in the near future. Tuesday evening, the North Platte City Council had a special meeting centered on budget-related items for the 2024-2025 fiscal years. During the meeting, the council approved electrical rate increases to take effect on October the 1st.
We've had an agreement with them, and they are not projecting any rate increases for the coming year, but they're expecting some pretty large rate increases in a couple of years from now. And so we're trying to take some smaller ones incrementally instead of having a large increase on our customers in 2 or 3 years.
I presume then we're going to be generating more income than our expenses.
We hope so.
Right. And so is there any plan? What's the plan to do with that extra money? I mean, it's one thing to anticipate a rate hike.
The plan is to use that to bolster about some of our reserves that we spent in the last couple of years because of our excess costs on transformers and just equipment, basically on our transformers. That's a lot of it. We've got a lot of transformers with the storm and stuff this year and everything. So it's basically to recoup those reserves that's been spent down. That's what we're trying to do it at a very small incremental rate instead of a huge increase later on down the road.
Okay.
And almost 7 years ago, a York man used a blender to create a new fertilizer corn crop. Now that product is being mass-produced at a factory in Grand Island. The company got to show off their product to farmers at Husker Harvest Days. Their plant is already pumping out product called Nitro Mag at a rate of 10 million gallons a year, and they have the capacity to do more in the near future. The inventor says that he's gotten a lot of positive feedback thus far.
We're hearing a lot of good things. The key is when they start. Normally they'll start with one field, one pivot or 180, and the way it's been going is then the next year they want to put it on everything.
The unions representing more than 8,000 state employees will begin contract negotiations with Governor Jim Pillen later this month. Yesterday, they held a rally at the Capitol to gain support behind their proposal. The Nebraska Association of Public Employees, or NAPE, says the state continues a high vacancy rate for some of the state's most important jobs. They say making wages more competitive and improving leave benefits can attract new employees to fill those vacancies.
Nobody goes into public service to be rich. We do it because we care about our fellow Nebraskans. We know that in order to maintain a strong workforce, the state of Nebraska must properly pay their employees.
It's not clear right now what the timeline looks like with these talks with Governor Jim Pillen. As for now, let's round out a Wednesday edition of the Morning Pulse with a check of the 7-day forecast. You can see a couple more hot ones today with warm ones on the horizon. Yeah, we're still going to have some hot days here in the month of September. No fall-like conditions in the near future, it appears.